Jen Romolo, your host of The American Dream, and today we have an exciting episode all about the Chicago Bungalow. First up, we're here at the Monadnock building, the last masonry skyscraper built in Chicago, to interview Carla Bruni of the Chicago Bungalow Association. After that, we'll head to the Bungalow Belt, Belmont Craigin, to do a walkthrough of an upcoming listing I have, 5244 West George. Let's get started. So today in our bungalow segment, my first stop is here at the Chicago Bungalow Association with Carla Bruni to talk about what the Chicago Bungalow Association does and why it's important. Thank you for meeting with us.
My pleasure.
So would you mind telling us what is the mission of the Chicago Bungalow Association and how has it changed over the years?
Sure. So the Chicago Bungalow Association, we empower homeowners, vintage homeowners, to take advantage of energy efficiency programming and educational resources to help them maintain, preserve, and adapt their vintage homes and further strengthen their neighborhoods as a result. We have been around since 2000. Over time, we've expanded the mission. So since 2015, you can actually become a member with us if you're in any vintage home that's at least 50 years old. So, and it has to be a single family home and owner occupied, but membership's totally free. And it's just a way for us to expand into, more neighborhoods where we can get more resources to more homeowners. And again, stabilizing neighborhoods is always sort of a second part to what we do because we really believe strongly in that as well. So that's probably the main way that we've changed. We're very, very focused on energy security as well.
What have you found is the best way to make a historic home energy efficient?
Sure, there's a few different things you can do. Air sealing, which is just basically plugging up all the little holes and cracks in these older homes, is the low-hanging fruit that has the most bang for your buck. You should always start with air sealing and then insulate. And then there's all kinds of, appliances have become so much more efficient nowadays too. So you can save a lot of money and obviously it has an impact on the environment as well.
What do you see as the biggest challenge facing vintage homeowners today, and how can the Chicago Bungalow Association help them if needed?
Great question. So the two biggest issues that we come up against are repairs. Mm-hmm. There's not repair funding available, and these are older homes. They require a lot of maintenance, especially if it's deferred, that can kind of snowball. And energy security, as energy costs are getting more expensive. And the two can kind of work together, deferred maintenance, worse energy bills because your house is, not holding in the heat as well because there's a hole in the roof or whatever it should be, So we, again, with our energy efficiency programming, we help a lot of homeowners save a lot of money. Every year, we've done, I don't even know how many thousands of homes at this point around the city, but we feel very passionately about the need for, there to be more repair funding out there for folks, and we're hopeful that maybe in the future we'll see more of that too.
All right, well, thank you so much, Carla. That was super interesting. I love bungalows. I love vintage architecture. My mom grew up in a bungalow, and she really instilled that love in us, so I find all of this very interesting, and I hope that everybody watching will find it interesting as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jen. This was a pleasure.
Thank you. And now we're standing in my new upcoming listing, 5244 West George. It's a bungalow in the Bungalow Belt of Chicago, Belmont Craigin. Let me show you around. When you walk in, the first thing you'll notice is the bright living room. I think the arched front, which is pretty classic to Chicago bungalows, really is a nice feature that catches your eye. But most importantly, to me at least, is the beautiful stained glass, which are original to these buildings. The way the sun comes in is beautiful. The shutters are a really nice accent to the windows, and it's just a really nice, cozy place to hang out. The kitchen is beautiful. It's modernized. You have tons of cabinets, black granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. Bungalows typically have really good sized bedrooms in vintage homes. They can easily fit a king size bed and furniture. One of the the classic features of Chicago bungalows is having this, what we call a half story. It's your second floor. Some people will push the ceilings out in dormer to create full ceiling height throughout the whole second story, but you really don't need to. There's really good ceiling height in here. As you can see, this is a very large room. It's cute, it's homey with the wood paneling, and there really is a lot that you can do in here. And that's a wrap for today on our bungalows segment. Bungalows have a special place in my heart, and I hope that you enjoyed learning about bungalows as much as I did. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.